Hi, it's Nate. Just really quickly wanted to chat again with Allison, a good friend of mine. And those of you who haven't met her yet, Allison, tell them a little bit about what you do.
Hi, everybody. I'm Allison D'Amico. I'm a realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty here in Denver, Colorado. I help home buyers and sellers reach their real estate goals.
Perfect. And speaking of goals, that is the whole thing we're doing today. Uh, and I'll start with basically talking about the word goal itself is really important because it's a difference between a wish or a resolution or anything else like that. A goal has very specific things behind it. So for somebody who's looking uh, to to either buy or sell a home, what what would you recommend? What things are on their list to turn that wish into an actual goal?
Yeah. So as far as sellers, I know sometimes it's very daunting to think, oh my gosh, I have to prepare my house and get things ready. So I think a great goal is to, set when do you talk to your realtor, when is a good time to put the house on the market, and then break it up into weeks or months. And what do you need to do to prepare that house? And while we still have a crazy housing market right now, it's definitely an extreme seller's market right now. Your house will still sit if it's, if it's cluttered and things like that. So just breaking it down into smaller pieces so you're not so overwhelmed. Maybe this weekend I'm going to focus on the lower level of my house and starting to declutter. And then maybe the next weekend we're going to work on the upper level and start decluttering and getting rid of stuff and packing things away, those kinds of things. I think that's huge. I was going to mention too, with Coldwell Banker, we have an amazing program. If there's things that you need to do to your house before putting it on the market, whether it's maybe painting or updating some things, window washing, it's an awesome program. It's called Revitalize, where there's no cost to the seller. We'll have contractors come out and do those items on your list that you want to have done prior to putting your house on the market. And then you pay that back through the proceeds at closing. So we really do try to help people along the way make the goal of selling not so daunting. And then as far as buyers, I know the biggest concern for so many buyers is coming up with that down payment. And it's not as huge as people think. A lot of people think that you need 20% down, and that's not true. You can get a down, as little as 3% down, or there's some down payment assistance programs out there. But still, you want to save some money. And that's a huge goal for people, is getting that money. So it's really setting a plan of action. What am I going to do? I'm going to cut, maybe my Starbucks or my cable. What little changes can you make in your daily habits to put away some money? Maybe getting, a side hustle or renting out a room. Asking your boss for a raise is always an option. Making a plan. What kind of steps can you do to save that money for down payment and closing costs? And and then the fun part, when you get in your house, you probably want to buy some new furniture and make some updates, that kind of thing. So that's what I think for home buyers out there.
And I like that you're talking about kind of breaking it down into smaller chunks, because sometimes it can be really daunting, especially when you're talking about saving money or putting money aside. You think about that big number in your head, but once you break it down into this, how much it would be per month or even per day, right? And you start thinking, well, where am I already spending that, and how can I, help mitigate that? Or is there something I can do to, like I said, if I get raised, how much would that affect my ability to save towards that, as long as I'm disciplined and have it in front of me, that goal. So,
and automate it too. I mean, have, a set amount of money come out automatically of your account and direct it towards your savings. There's so many apps and websites and, helpful tools out there to really help you do that. So it's not so daunting.
Perfect. Yeah. So that's pretty standardly what I wanted to go over, is that, just kind of make the point that, when a goal is more than a goal, it's also the plan behind it and also the execution of it. The best laid plans don't mean anything if we just let it sit there. So
And write it down. I mean, like write down these goals, track it. I'm a big advocate for making, a chart and doing little check marks along the way. It makes you can see it and like, oh gosh, I saved this much this week. Check. That's awesome. It'll really help you focus on the goal ahead too.
Right. Well, Allison, I appreciate your time. We'll make sure that we get your information for any potential buyers and sellers out there that want to reach out to you. Thank you again.
Awesome. Great talking to you again, Nate.